It is Friday, and you're listening to Icons and Legends on the Radio Random Network. I'm your host, hashtag RDM Russell Devin McLain. Thank you for hitting the play button at RadioRandomNetwork.com, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, or wherever you're listening to our broadcast from. Just like every Friday, I'm here, and next week, we start back on Wednesday, so be sure and tune in for that. I'll be talking to an indie recording artist from somewhere around the world. And as you know, every Friday, I'm here on Icons and Legends talking with some of your favorite mainstream artists of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And with all of that said, guys, it's another week. Had a lot going on this week, and gearing up, getting ready to go to the Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee, on Wednesday, August 12th for the Charlie Daniels 40th Anniversary Volunteer Jam. I will be there taking some video, getting some interviews, doing the thing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give away some tickets at the end of the show. Today, I'm also going to be joined by country music icon Tanya Tucker. Will be joining me shortly to talk about her career and what she's got going on in 2015. Well, for the rest of the year anyway. We'll also look at some headlines and all that good stuff. In the meantime, let's pay a bill. And when we come back, we'll take a look at some news and headlines from the music world. And then we'll talk to Miss Tanya Tucker. We'll have the song of the day, and not in that order. So we'll be right back. You subscribed, you're listening. Now, enjoy.
Hi, this is Tanya Tucker, and you're listening to Radio Random Network.
All right, real quick, I want to thank the official sponsors of the Radio Random Network. Because of our sponsors, I'm able to do 2 shows a week. Their support is extremely appreciated. I'm talking about Racket Sound Lighting and DJ Services for a big production on a musician's budget. Contact Bob Tolar today at 225-773-4639. That number again, 225-773-4639. And also by Keller Williams Realty Premier Partner Tanya Halford. Tanya can help your family make the right move. Call her today for your free consultation at 225-202-0657. That number again, 225-202-0657. All right, let's take a look at some news and updates and some things that's going on in the music world. How about this? Soul man Sam Moore is headed to the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. It was announced the other day, and he will be inducted into the Georgia Hall of Fame. He's the voice behind such hits as I Thank You and Hold On, I'm Coming. He's going to be joining Greg Allman and composer John Barb and his wife Jan. And there's going to be numerous others that's going to be inducted. It's going to be September 26th in Atlanta. And I want to send a shout out to Soul Man Sam Moore. He's worked with the Blues Brothers, and he's done a lot of stuff. You can find out more about Sam at his official website at www.sammore.net or at Soul Man Sam Moore on Twitter. I also want to make mention of my friend John Berry. You know John Berry. He's been on the show before. He's done songs such as Your Love Amazes Me and Standing on the Edge of Goodbye. Well, he has launched a Kickstarter campaign to fund his second independent album, and he's producing it. His previous album is Real Men, Real Life, Real God. It was produced as a result of a successful Kickstarter campaign a year or so ago, and he's up to it again. He's doing it again in 40 days. Kickstarter, it began in July. And he's got a goal of $50,000, which will pay for the production of it's going to be a 2-disc set, actually. As of Tuesday, August 4th, the project Kickstarter has raised over $41,000 in pledges, and he's in with the striking distance of his goal with only a few days left to support. You can still support. You can just simply go to johnberry.com and find out how to support. John's a great guy. He does a lot of good stuff, and he's been on the show before, like I said. Wish him well. He'll probably be on here in the near future talking about his new album, but the thing I like about it is, you know, you give the money for the Kickstarter thing, and they give you rewards. You get stuff back, and John, he will headline your living room. That's right. If you give him enough money, I forget what the pledge is for him to do that, but he will come to your house and sing to your wife for her birthday if you give him enough money, which is pretty cool. John's always been a great singer-songwriter. And last but not least on my list today, Dolly Parton. She had a benefit concert, and she's raised money for the Grand Ole Opry, or the Opry Trust Fund, rather, with 2 shows that were sold out during her recent Ryman weekend residency. And it raised money for both the Dustin Wells Foundation, which is W.O. Smith School of Music, and the Opry Trust Fund. Glad Dolly's doing some things. She'll be on the show probably next, I don't know, in the next few months. We got a lot of names going to be coming on the show. We hope you tune in for Whispering Bill Anderson. We've talked to him, Mo Bandy. I'm even talked with Richard Sturbine of the Oak Ridge Boys, and we've had Joe Bonzel on, but Richard is the guy. He's the Papa Mau Mau guy. He's the guy with the low voice, and got a lot of great guests going to be coming up here shortly. So y'all be sure and keep up with us by going to RadioRandomNetwork.com. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes. We're also on iHeartRadio now. And with all that said, you can support the Radio Random Network by simply rating and reviewing the show on our new iTunes link. We need some new ratings and reviews. It helps with the algorithms. It helps with the ranking of the show. You can also support the show by stopping by RadioRandomNetwork.com and clicking on the affiliate banners such as Amazon. Every time you do that, they kick a little dough back to us to help with production costs with no extra cost to you. You don't have to spend an extra red cent. You pay regular price at Amazon just by shopping at the links at RadioRandomNetwork.com. They kick the money back to us. There's great ways to support, many ways to support. Just go to RadioRandomNetwork.com and you'll find the information. We're also doing that survey. Don't forget about that. And I mean, you've heard me say it 1,000 times on here. It doesn't matter how frequently you listen to the show or how long you've been listening to the show, whether you've been listening for the last 2 years or whether you've been listening for, this is your first time listening. You can go to RadioRandomNetwork.com, and there you will see the banner for the listener survey. If you would please take it. It only takes a few minutes, and that's how we pick the winner of the 40th anniversary Charlie Daniels giveaway. I'm going to give away 2 tickets at the end of the show, but with all of that said, guys, I'll tell you what, it's time for the Song of the Day. The Song of the Day is brought to you by Racket Sound Lighting and DJ Productions. For big production on a musician's budget, contact Bob Tolar at 225-773-4639, and the Song of the Day is by a 13-year-old Tanya Tucker. It's Delta Dawn. And when we come back, I'm going to be joined by country music's first diva, Tanya Tucker. We'll be right back, y'all. Don't go nowhere. All right, my guest today on the Radio Random Network, she's had top 10 hits, top 40 hits, several successful albums, and Lord, she's done it all just about. I'm talking to none other, the beautiful Miss Tanya Tucker. Tanya, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing great, Russell. Good to talk to you.
First and foremost, I want to say it is an honor and a pleasure to be sitting here talking with you. And I want to thank you personally for taking time out of your busy day to call in to us here today.
You bet.
Yes, indeed. So, hey, let's start off right from the get-go. Give us, for those that they've been living under a rock for the past few years, they don't know exactly who you are. Can you give us a little insight on how you come about starting in the country music industry?
Oh, my gosh. It's been so many years ago. My dad basically recognized my talent at about 7 or 8 and went to Nashville the first time when I was 9 from Arizona. And then we went back when we lived in Nevada. But this time we were dealing with Columbia. And I had met him in Las Vegas. And went to Nashville and recorded songs. The rest is history.
Yes, indeed. Now, was music something that was a part of your household as you was growing up?
Oh, always. Music was always a big part of my life. My parents weren't musical, but we always had records around, and I was always singing. And, we had everything from Frank Sinatra to Elvis to Sonny James to Loretta Lynn.
Yes, indeed.
So I had a pretty, but country music was really my favorite at that time. I've always, music was really sort of in my soul.
Yes, indeed. Now,
and I like all kinds of music, but that's kind of what I grew up.
That's what I was about to say. You've kind of crossed over into the pop charts and stuff like that before with some of your stuff, and every once in a while, I think it was not too long ago, it was y'all did the Outlaws thing with Hank Williams Jr. and Gretchen Wilson and all that, and you paid homage to Janis Joplin, which was very cool.
Right, that was a fun show.
Yes, indeed.
enjoyed that.
So, who were you touched on some artists that you listened to, but who were some of the key, I guess, country music recording artists when you were growing up that kind of inspired you or influenced you?
Well, all the great ones. Loretta Lynn, I did a lot of her songs. Connie Smith, Halford, they were a staple in my life. And Waylon Jennings, really, all those guys were just heroes of mine. And, and the songwriters, too. I loved Harlan Howard and Sonny Throckmorton and Dean Dillon and the great country music writers, songwriters. And it's just been great to be able to be friends with some of my heroes.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very
Real
cool.
quick, what do you think about, what are your thoughts on the new hit with the Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, The World's Gone to Pot? Have you had a chance to hear that yet?
Yeah, I love it. It's great. Saw the video, too. Yeah, after something else.
Yes, indeed. So let's fast forward to now. I mean, you've been on tour, you're very busy, been on tour the past year, but you got any plans for a new album that's coming out soon or anything?
Yeah, I've been working on a new record for a few years now. And, of course, I took about 4 years off the road. And, my parents, I lost both of my parents, so I really kind of did a hiatus and enjoyed my horses for a while and kind of went on the road with my horse trailer and my daughter. And we went to a few Buck Brannaman clinics, horse clinics. And then we headed back to Nashville and, of course, I went from 0 to 160, and because the Hall of Fame had an exhibit of
That's
mine at the Hall of Fame, which I showed up for that, and then I haven't been able to get back out of town except to go on the road. They got new management and a new band, and new house, new everything. So
everything's on the up and up.
Yeah. So we're back on the road because that's where people want me, is on the road and making music. So I figured that's what I better do, get back to
Yes, indeed. Now, real quick, I want to talk a little bit about a song that you made pretty famous, but the Delta Dawn. Now, I was in an argument the other day. Maybe you could settle this. Somebody told me that the song that you actually, Bette Midler actually did the song on the Tonight Show, and you heard it and you recorded it, and I think I thought it was something that you had written.
No, Alex Harvey wrote the song, but actually it wasn't me that saw her on the Tonight Show. It was my producer, Billy Sherrill, and he liked the song, and then he played me a tape of Alex Harvey singing it with his guitar. It was a guitar vocal, and I said, that's my song. It's just a feeling I had, and Billy Sherrill went with it.
Yes, indeed.
So,
yes, indeed. Well, any advice you could give any upcoming singer-songwriters or musicians that maybe want to follow in your footsteps, Miss Tanya?
Well, I mean, just work hard and do everything you can to be seen and be heard. And then when you do get that opportunity, remember your fans. That's the main thing.
Yes.
They're the ones that make it all happen.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And you were talking about your horses and everything. And real quick, before I let you go, I'd like to know, what do you do in your spare time when there's you got to take a break from the world and everything? Is that what you do? You jump on your horses?
Yes, I have my horses and my dogs, and we're pretty animal programmed around here. So my horses are just 5 minutes away, and I'm here at 4. And every chance I get, I'm out there.
Yeah.
I haven't had any chances lately. That's for
yes,
sure.
Indeed.
I've been working so hard.
Yes, indeed. Well, have you talked to Mr. Delbert McClinton lately?
I have talked to him lately.
Oh, really?
But he is going to be on my new record.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
He is. We got a great song we did together, and I think you'll be playing it.
Yes, certainly will.
Pretty sure.
Certainly will. I love Delbert, and we love you, and I know you got a busy day of interviews and everything coming up today, so I don't want to keep you too much longer, but again, we want to thank you for calling in today and giving us the time of day to talk with you. And
well, it's a pleasure.
And we wish you the best of luck, and be safe out there on the road, Miss Tanya. And
just sideline here, I saw Randy Travis. He was with me a couple of nights ago, and he's doing a lot better and walking and talking a little bit, and I think he's going to be back. So I wanted everybody to know that how he's doing. He's doing a lot better.
That's awesome. Yeah, you heard it here. Randy Travis doing a lot better. Well, he's out as good as he's out and about. You know, I think he made a cameo on one of the award shows not too long ago. And
right. He went to the ACM. I was sitting with him, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had to do, but we just want to see him back on stage.
Yes, indeed. One of the best. Thank you so much, sweetie. And I wish you the best of luck. And next time you get down here around Louisiana, we'll come see you again.
You better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, darling. Thank you. Bye-bye.
What a great interview with the one and only Tanya Tucker. It's always good to talk to somebody that's been there and done it and is still doing it. You can find out more information by visiting www.radiorandomnetwork.com/Tanya Tucker, and you will find today's show notes. That's going to be with all the links that we talked about on today's show, all the sponsor information, all the contact information, all that good stuff. You can get social with us. You can get social with Tanya. But with all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 40th anniversary Charlie Daniels Volunteer Jam giveaway is from Albany, Louisiana, Mr. Chris Owens. Chris did the survey. Chris signed up for the Radio Random Network official newsletter and was randomly chosen as the winner by our automated system here at the Radio Random Network. You be sure and go sign up, and you be sure and go do the survey, and you'll be automatically entered in our monthly giveaways. This is the biggest giveaway we've had since, and Chris, we will see you in Nashville August 12th, 40th anniversary Charlie Daniels Volunteer Jam. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be there. It's going to be at the Bridgestone Arena. Trace Atkins, Ted Nugent, all those, Alabama, all of the greats. All the greats are going to be there. And with all of that said, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. We will be back next Wednesday, August 12th, right here on the Radio Random Network with the Indie Happy Hour, and next Friday with Icons and Legends. So be sure and go to www.radiorandomnetwork.com. Find out how to subscribe. Find out how to listen. With all that said, God bless you. We'll see you down the road.